As the sun began to set over the sandy dunes, HAADIYA guided her horse through the deserted landscape. She had always found solace in these evening rides when she needed to clear her head and think. And lately, there had been much on her mind. It had been long since her divorce from Sheikh Hamdan was finalized. Though their marriage had ended, a part of her still held feelings for her ex-husband. In the months following the split, they had tried to maintain a relationship, meeting in secret, rekindling the intimacy and closeness they once shared. But the rumors of Sheikh Thani's pregnancy earlier this year changed everything. Sheikh Hamdan had wanted to move on with his new wife and start a family. Reluctantly, HAADIYA agreed it was time to go their separate ways for good. As her horse trotted along, HAADIYA reflected on those bittersweet last moments with Hamdan. The way he held her close, as if not wanting to let go. His soft words expressing how much she still meant to him. But they both knew they had to end it for the sake of his new marriage and the child that was soon to arrive. It pained HAADIYA to walk away then, and some days the ache of losing him still lingered. Yet in the months since, HAADIYA had done her best to move on with her life. She focused on her work with local charities and spent time with her family. Slowly but surely, the wounds had begun to heal. That was, until she received Hamdan's message earlier that week. He wanted to meet and talk. Said there were things he still needed to say in person. Part of HAADIYA longed to see him again, to be near the man she loved for so long. But she also feared the emotions it might stir up inside her. Going back to that place could damage the progress she had made in moving forward without him. Lost in thought, HAADIYA barely noticed as the sun dipped fully below the horizon, casting the desert in darkness. She knew she should turn back soon, but riding had always helped her think clearly. As the stars began to emerge one by one in the night sky, she made her decision. The following evening, HAADIYA arrived at the secluded spot near the beach where Hamdan had asked to meet. He was already there waiting as she pulled up on her horse. Dismounting, she walked towards him, clutching the reins nervously. They greeted one another uneasily before an uncomfortable silence fell between them. After what felt like an eternity, Hamdan spoke. "You came. I'm glad." He paused, taking a deep breath. "There's no easy way to say this, so I'll just be direct. These past months without you have been difficult. Every day I regret the way things ended between us. I know we can't go back to how it was before, but I was hoping we could find a new beginning." HAADIYA listened intently, processing his words. Part of her wanted to believe what he said, that they could start over. But doubts and past hurts lingered. "Hamdan, I don't know what to say. So much has changed." He nodded in understanding. "I know. And I won't ask you to compromise what you've built without me. All I can do is be honest about how I feel. These feelings for you, they never went away." Reaching out, he took her hands gently in his. "I miss you, HAADIYA. Every day. And I was hoping that perhaps, given time, you might be willing to explore rekindling what we had. As friends first, and see where it may lead." For a long moment, HAADIYA said nothing, lost in thought as she gazed out at the ocean. Hamdan watched her intently, hoping for any sign she might consider his request. Finally, she turned to meet his eyes. "I won't deny there is still love between us," she said slowly. "But so much has changed. And I do not wish to put myself, or your family, in an awkward position." Hamdan nodded understandingly. "Of course. I would never ask you to compromise your well-being or the stability of my household. All I ask is that you keep an open mind and heart. There is no need to decide anything now. Take all the time you need." He gave her hands a gentle squeeze. For now, know that you will always have a place in my heart, no matter what the future may hold. Hadiya offered a small smile in return. Thank you, Hamdan. I appreciate your honesty. And I will think on what you've said. She knew this was complicated, with many factors to consider. But for the first time in months, being near him again felt right. They stood together in comfortable silence, gazing out at the ocean as the moon rose high in the night sky. For now, no other words were needed between them. The future was unclear, but a new understanding had been reached this evening. And perhaps, with time, a new beginning could emerge from the ashes of the past. Only time would tell where their hearts might lead. For now, Hadiya knew she had much to contemplate. But writing had always helped clear her mind, and she was ready to think through it all on her evening solo. She turned to Hamdan with a small smile. I should be getting back. But thank you, for everything you've said tonight. It means more than you know. He returned her smile warmly. You are always welcome here, Hadiya. Go safely, and know that I wish only the very best for you, whatever may come. With a final soft squeeze of her hands, he released her to mount her horse once more. As Hadiya rode off into the night, many thoughts and emotions swirled within her. The past year had brought much change and progress. Yet seeing Hamdan again made her feel more confused than ever about what, or who, her heart truly wanted. Only time would reveal the path ahead. For now, she had much to reflect on during her evening ride under the light of the moon.